there everybody, welcome back to the 4-String Strummer, the channel. It's all about ukuleles. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to develop your own style. We're going to be playing a little bit of high G, a little bit of low G, different kinds of tunings, etc., and different techniques and embellishments that you can use in order to create your own sound. All right, now we're going to do it all with the same song so you can really hear the contrast, and then you can decide what works best for you and what you like. All right, let's get into it. All right, so today, like I said, we're going to be mixing things up a little bit, right? So kind of get out of your comfort zone a little bit. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to be playing at the first fret, basically, today. So if you've got a capo, put it on the first fret. All right, so what this does, and don't worry if you don't have a capo because I got a solution for you, but what this does is it gives your instrument a different sound. And this is what I like for Irish music. I find it gives a little bit of a, obviously it's a higher pitch, but it gives more of a punchy sound or something, okay, as you tune the instrument up a little bit higher. Now, if you don't have a capo or you don't like using one like me, you can just tune your instrument up that half a step. So the first string, you just retune it to a G sharp. Second string is a C sharp. Okay, you can see how this works. Third string, we take that up to an F, okay, from an E. And our next string, our first string here is an A sharp. Okay, now don't be afraid to do this. Play around with it a little bit. I tune mine up back and forth all the time. It doesn't hurt anything. You can take it up as high as on your fourth string here, as high as an A without really worrying about it. Okay, again, makes it a little bit easier to sing with this particular song, and it gives it that little bit of extra punch that you want. So the song that we're going to do today, it's called Roddy McCorley, and it's an old Irish song from, I believe, the Irish Rebellion, 1799. Don't quote me on it, but I think it's something like that. And kind of holds true to the old saying that God bless the Irish, they must all be mad, their wars are all merry, and their songs are all sad. So this one is along that vein. And it goes like this. It starts in C. See the hosts of fleet-foot men, F, who speed with faces wan, back to C. From Farmstead and from F, Fisher's Cot, back to C. Along the banks of Banjo, G7, they come C with vengeance, F in their eyes, back to C. Too late are they, G. For young C, Roddy McCorley goes to die on the F Bridge of Doom today, back to C. All right, now let me play it through for you with sort of what I would refer to as, for banjo ukulele or any kind of ukulele, as a little bit of that Irish flavor to it, okay? Again, I'm going to be playing with a pick today. Now, if you've missed out on our Irish series, I'll put a link up here, and you can click just to get a little bit more information about picks, etc., and how we go about getting this sound. But I'll give you the Reader's Digest version here today. All right, so here I'll play it through for you. All right, so it really kind of punches it out, which is nice, right? So you've got that little higher tuning, you've got the pick to give you that little bit more punch even, and it really lends itself, in my mind, to that Irish sound. Now, let me play this for you on a high G instrument, okay? And we're gonna go to our different strum, and I'm gonna show you how the strumming works for this, how I do it with the pick, and then how I would also do it with the high G. All right, let's try that now. All right, so to contrast it, now I'm going to play a high G instrument. Now I'm just going to leave this one in regular tuning, okay? So I'm not going to take it up the half the step. Again, just so that you can hear the difference in the sound. Okay, it has sort of a little bit warmer, a little bit more of a mellow sound, but this one also has that high ringing G. So for this, what I would do my bluegrass strum or my finger drag strum. Again, if you're new, you haven't seen that, at the end of the video, I'll put a little card and it'll show you a whole thing on how to play this finger drag strum. But I'll give you a quick, again, Reader's Digest version here. So we're going to hit it with our thumb. We're going to brush it with our finger. Then we're going to thumb, finger, finger. Okay? So it's paint, brush, finger drag. Paint, brush, finger drag. Okay? See the host of fleet-footed men who speed with faces wan, from farmstead and from fisher's cut. So you can hear that difference, right? Again, it's not right or it's not wrong. It just gives you that ringing sound. It's a little bit sort of more mellow because there's a lot more happening with the fleshy parts of my fingers. The odd time we're getting the brush going down with the fingernail, okay? And that kind of brightens it up. And you can add different accents onto your strumming that way. When you're playing with the pick, it's a different technique. And I'll show you that in a second when we go back to the low G instrument. But you can play this song with thumb and finger if you want to. Okay, this hand doesn't really change at all, right? It's just what you're doing with this hand. Okay, so let me show you now with the other instrument how we do that strumming. It's the same strum. It's okay. Now it's just I'm going to do this with a pick. So here we go. And what's good with this is this, I think, gives you a nice sort of an Irish sound because it really fills it in. And there's a lot of that sort of back and forth, up and down to the strumming, okay? Again, when you think about an Irish tenor banjo, the way that they would play something like that, you would get a sound similar to this. So you get that sort of back and forth thing going on. Again, it's a different instrument and it's a different sort of a sound, but it has that kind of a flavor, all right, with the back and the forth. The other thing is when you get this back and forth thing going on, it really helps to fill your sound in, whether you're playing thumb and finger or whether you're playing with a pick, okay? Ukuleles are small instruments. There's only 4 strings there and they're nylon. So you got to work them a little bit to get that punchiness out of them, okay? Because it's working that much harder, okay? You're trying to do more with less here. It's not steel strings. They're not ringing extra loud. So this really helps you to drag that sound up. Okay, so let's talk a little bit now about what's going on with the left hand here. And I'll show you how we can pull out the melody as we play. All right, let's go. All right, I've got a little bit of a close-up for you here. So here's how this goes. Let me give you the first phrase. And again, you're going to want to learn this sort of thing by phrases. So you want to get that sound, that tune into your ear. And it goes like this. Say the hosts of fleet-footed men. So how are we getting it? So we're going to strum down. Strum and stop at that second string. That's the first note you want. C. Then we go up to the third string with our first finger here at the second fret. Then we go back to that second string again. See the host. And then on host, we're going to hit that low G. Third string, then second string, again. Then we go back to that second fret on the third string from the beginning again. So it's second fret and then open on that third string. Then you go to your G, open. Then you go and you play your F chord. So the two notes are your fourth string and then your third string. Like that. And then you drop your third finger on the third string at the second fret. Then you go back to C. And the note is there on your third string, open. All right, one more time from the beginning. All right, that's your first phrase. So work on that. And again, if it's not perfect, don't worry about it. It doesn't really matter that much. But that's where your notes are. Okay, that's what you want to shoot for. All right, let's try the next phrase. All right, so now we go back to the C. And when we go to the C, it's going to be from. You can run it up from the first fret here on the second string, up to the third fret if you want, or you can just go directly to the third fret with your second finger on the second string. Okay? If you want to run it up, Fishers, F, Fishers, and you want that first string. Fishers, cut. And again, add that second finger on your C chord on the second string of the third fret. And then you lift it. Alone, third fret. Alone, the banks. And you strum through here and you get that second string at the first fret. Lift it. And then you go to G. Then you go to G7. Okay, and then you go back to C with your added finger. Okay, again, let's go back to Fishers kept along the banks of G7. Now we're going to go into that next phrase. Start again here with your second finger added to your C chord. They come with vengeance. Same thing again. In, all the way down. You want to get that first string ringing. In their eyes. And you add that second finger. And that's your third string. Late, too late. And then you add your first finger here at the second fret on the second string. Late hour. Now we just go to the G. And here we just stay on the G. Roddy McCorley goes to die. This is a little bit tricky part. So you're going to start off on your second string, open. Then you go up to your 3rd string, 2nd fret. Then you go back to that 2nd string open. Then you go up to the low G, open. Then you go to the 3rd string open. Back to the 2nd string open. Again. So it's back to your 3rd string at the 2nd fret. Again. Back up to your low G. Now you switch to your F chord. So you want to get that 4th string here. Then your 3rd string open. Then you drop your 3rd finger here at the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. Then you go back to your C chord. And the last note is Bridge of Doom Today. And that's your 3rd string open. All right, one more time. I'll play it all the way through now. Here we go. All right, folks, so before we get into the playthrough, I wanted to just do a little bit of a shout out here. As many of you guys know, I do a local ukulele club with the kids at the public school not too far away here. I do it with my daughter. She's a school teacher, and we have a blast. We got almost 30 kids in the club now, and they're having so much fun, almost as much fun as I am. But just recently, my friend Jamie Houston from Duke Banjo Ukuleles, he knows that I'm involved with the club. And so he's gone ahead and donated 10 of these little ukulele packages for the kids, some little uke kits. They come with the ukulele, a strap, some picks, a little gig bag here for them to carry their ukes to school in, on the bus, etc. And I think it's wonderful of him to support this program for the kids, because a lot of the kids, they might not have access to music except for a program like this. And I think it's so important for the kids. And so, you know, and for yourselves, folks, if there's a way that you can help support music, whether it's for kids or for adults, get involved in it. And it might be just something as simple as, you know, going on people's YouTube videos and putting an encouraging comment for them, right? Or if you're on our Facebook group, the 4-String Strummers, get on there. There's lots of people that put their videos on. Make sure you get on there and give them a like and maybe a, hey, you know, great job, I can see your improvement, etc. Because it really does make a difference for people. You know, I was fortunate enough as a kid to have our school principal run a program for us at school on music, and that's really how I got started, and that's a long time ago. That's over 50 years ago now, and so it's nice to be able to kind of to pay that forward with the kids. So once again, thanks very much, Jamie. It's really appreciated, and the kids are gonna go bananas when we do the lucky draw this week. We'll have enough for all the kids now to have their very own ukulele, so good on you. Thanks very much. See the host of faithful men who stayed with faces long, drunk on steering from the Fisher's Cup along the banks of Banjo. They come with vengeance in their eyes, too late, late, for young Roddy McCorley goes to die on the bridge of left, smiling proud and young. About the hemp rope on his neck, the golden ringlets glowing. There is never a tear in his blue eyes, for bad and bright I'll lay that young Roddy McCorley goes to die on the bridge of doom today. When last he stepped off that straight, his shining pike in hand, behind him marched in grim array the stalwart earnest band. For Antrim town, he led them to the fray, and young Roddy McCorley goes to die on the bridge of doom today. There is never a one of all your dead more bravely fell in fray, and he who marches to his fate on the bridge of doom today. He treads the upward way, and young Roddy McCorley goes to die on the bridge of doom today. All right, there you go, folks. So, you know, play it the way that you want to play it. Don't listen to these gatekeepers that run the forums and stuff. Say, oh, you know, if it's a ukulele, it has to be tuned this way, and it shouldn't be low G. It should only be high. You know, that's all crap. Play it the way that you want to play it, the sound that you like. There's no hard and fast rules on anything. This is an art. It's not a science, right? Just so you can kind of do your own thing. All right, folks. Till we see you next time. Keep smiling, keep strumming, and have fun. Maybe with one of these videos right over here. Bye for now.